Hello my lovelies and welcome back. Today it's all about different eyeliner techniques. We have everything from the classic, we have the foxy, we have the tight line, the waterline, the smoked out. I mean, there's just so many different eyeliner looks, and today I have 10 of them to share with you. Let's begin with the classic winged eyeliner. So for the classic wing eyeliner, I prefer a liquid pen eyeliner. This is their Dior Show On Stage Liner Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. It's a nice felt tip. You can be very precise. You can use it straight on to create really specific lines. You can use it sideways. So let's go in with this. I like to look at my eye straight into the mirror just because I do have hooded eyes. I don't like to go super down. And I'm just drawing straight on. Just like so. I'm gonna go sideways now, and this is how I fill everything in. Go into the inner corner. You can do as thin of a line, as thick of a line. That's the beauty of a classic winged eyeliner. It goes all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner. And I am gonna show you how I clean it also. I have these little cotton swabs from Sephora. It's just their cotton swabs with organic cotton. And I like to use some kind of micellar water, nothing too oily, especially if your makeup is already done, like your base makeup, things like that. Or using a brush with concealer, that's always the quickest way as well. But because I really messed it up and you can see there's literally a ball right here, I just very gently go in and just clean it all up. And now I can go back in once it's dry and fill this spot in right here. And that is the classic winged eyeliner. I really like this because it kind of just elongates the eye. It gives the eye more of a shape, you know? So the next one is going to be the subtle wing that doesn't connect from the inner to the outer corner. You go a quarter of the way in right here. So what we do here, same thing, just create your guideline. And I like to go straight on with the pen. And that's as much as I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna do the same thing, just clean up just a tad. Usually on the outer corner, that's where I'll go in. Just the tip of the wing, and grab my little concealer brush that I was using earlier. And usually I will go in with extra mascara to really kind of fill in these little spots right here. But you can see just the difference that a tiny little subtle flick and not going all the way in on your eye, it just kind of elongates your top lash line. And I think this is really great if you want to use like really tiny individual fake lashes, or like half a strip or even a quarter of a strip, and just place them right in here. This will really just elongate your top lash line, make it look a little more sultry, versus this eye, it's definitely a lot more dramatic and it's a lot more outlined, and I think it makes the eye look a little bit bigger. But this one, I think it just gives a little subtle, a little something to the eye with the eyeliner. And I think the biggest thing is it's the same face, it's the same eyes, but just the way the method is, the different method, the eyes look so different, and then the overall look is so different. I think that's why I like eyeliner so much. You can do so many different ways on your face, and your face just changes. Next one is the foxy eye. I'm sure you've seen this trend all over social media. For this, I like to do two different ways. You can use a regular liquid black eyeliner, but you wanna make sure you have a really good liquid black pen eyeliner that has a really nice tip. What I find is definitely a lot more user-friendly is using like a gel pencil eyeliner, using a little brush, and then also like a black or a darker eyeshadow to really help give it that more of a smoked out, very soft, diffused eyeliner look. And I think it's a lot more forgiving, if that makes any sense. So for my pencil eyeliner, I'm gonna use Milani Stay Put eyeliner in shade 01 After Dark. This is a good method. It's kind of like a foolproof method, if that makes any sense. And this, I'm just gonna draw right here. Again, using very small little strokes. And I'm kind of following my natural curve and going towards the eyebrow. And I'm gonna extend it a little bit. And I'm not gonna go past this point, but I'm gonna do just a tad thicker. Before I go further, I'm gonna take the same pencil and go in the inner corner, right in here, pretty much up to where my lashes really begin. This is one of my favorite brushes for the inner corner. This is by Bobbi Brown. This is her ultra fine eyeliner, So now I'm gonna take, this is by Mario. This is his Master Mattes eyeshadow palette. And I'm gonna take this black and this dark brown together. And I'm just gonna go right over the eyeliner, connecting it more to the eye and bringing it down just a little bit. I really like doing this with the eyeshadow because it gives, like I said, that really soft, diffused look, and you don't have to be too precise. And I'm taking that same brush and just very, very gently packing this eyeshadow in. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. I'm gonna start extending it outwards, like going towards my nose. Again, working in very thin, tiny little strokes and just building up that opacity. I'm gonna just extend the outer wing again, just a tad. And I would always usually do this pre-mascara, but that's basically the quickest, user, beginner-friendly foxy eye. It's also given that illusion of really long, really sultry eyes. It makes them a little bit elongated, but thin, which is a whole different look as well, what you're going for. Now let's go completely the opposite. We're gonna use the same thing. We're gonna use a gel eyeliner pencil, but it's literally, you're just lining your top lash line. Again, this right here, short, tiny little strokes, just building up that intensity. And I'm going as close as possible to my lash line. And I'm not being too precise, and we're gonna go from the inner corner all the way to where my lashes end. Before this eyeliner sets, you're gonna take a brush. You can use the same brush that I was using for the foxy look, or I like something like this for this eyeliner look. Something with a straight edge. It's not super thick towards the top, but it's a nice little smudger brush. So what I do is I literally go in and I basically just smudge this into my top lash line. And I don't want the lower lash line with eyeliner, so I'm gonna clean that up. And you can do a couple of layers, just as much intensity as you prefer. I feel like this, it really kind of makes my eyes look a little more downturned. So I feel like if you have really wide set of eyes, really round, if you want to add a little bit of something to your top lash line, I think this is really good. They're still a little bit bigger than the foxy eye, but I think this also has a moment of its own. The next technique is lining your tight line and or your waterline. I'm gonna show you this technique. It's not my favorite, but it has a moment, especially the tight line when you want a really dramatic top lash line. It really makes your top lashes look a little more full. I'm just using the Victoria Beckham. This is her Satin Kajal liner in black. I would prefer using something waterproof, but since, you know, I'm taking the eyeliner off right away, I don't want something super waterproof. So literally, again, nice strokes, just going back and forth, and you can kind of lift. You can see how intense the top lash looks in comparison to this side. It's nice and full. It really looks black, and it's a good look, I think. I do like doing this, making sure to tight line my top lash line, just because if you're doing a more of a really smoky line, you're doing eyelashes, you're like fake eyelashes, you want to make sure your top lash line is really full, really intense and black, or if you're going with the brown, whatever color you're going with. And usually if I have eyeliner on my lower lash line, I always go with mascara. I feel like this right here really accentuates the color of your eye. You can really see the whites of your eye, but your eyes do look really small. This has a time and place, just like every other eyeliner technique. But you guys don't see me wearing this pretty much ever, just because my eyes are already smaller to begin with. I have hooded eyes, so I feel like it's not the most flattering technique for my eye shape. Let me show you on this side what I actually do prefer if I like to outline my entire eye with eyeliner. I'm gonna outline the top lash line and the lower lash line, and so really kind of trying to sit here and smoking it out just a tad to really kind of give that intensity to my eye, but not making my eyes look super small. I'm just using the same pencil by Victoria Beckham. And I'm gonna bring it to the lower lash line, like right underneath the eyelashes. I'm not gonna go all the way in. I'm gonna take a brush. You can take a nice angled brush or whatever brush you prefer. This one right here is by Smashbox. It's an angled brow brush, but I like to use it for the eyeliner. And then the lower lash line, same thing. I'm just kind of bringing it into the inner corner. And with this look, you can go with like a lighter eyeliner on the actual waterline, or if you really want to smoke it out, you can add the black eyeliner into the waterline as well. But I really just want to show you guys the difference with this, outlining the top and bottom, but instead of the waterline and tight line, you go on the top lash line and the lower lash line. And again, it still gives that sultry look, but you can see how much bigger this eye really is when you don't go on the waterline. All right, this next one is just the really dramatic, bold, thick eyeliner. Kind of like the Amy Winehouse, just anything thick, winged out, dramatic, that's what we're trying to go for. I'm gonna start mapping it out same way, and I'm just using a pen liquid eyeliner for this, the same one by Dior, and then start dragging this in. You can see how much thicker I'm really dragging it in. And then going sideways, tilt my head a little bit. I still wanna try to keep it nice and thin towards the inner corner, nothing too crazy and thick. I'm gonna fill this in. This is a really fun look as well. It's really elongated, it's nice and thick, it's really bold, and I feel like if you have a lot of eyelid space to work with, this is really beautiful. I think for any eye shape, you can really make this work. It's just, if you really want to go super dramatic, really bold, it's gonna make you step out of your comfort zone, but this is such a fun look. This next one is a graphic eyeliner. It's very edgy, it's graphic, and it's definitely not for everybody, but I think it's really fun. It's a lot easier to do this with gel, but I'm gonna just try to go with the liquid eyeliner. Find my crease and just start drawing this up into my crease. I'm gonna go with my gel eyeliner. So much easier. And you want a really nice pointed brush. This is Spectrum and Katie Jane Hughes. This is the number 22 brush. And here's the graphic winged eyeliner. This one's definitely, like I said, it's very edgy. I love kind of the open space in between the two connected parts. Again, not everybody's cup of tea. I think it makes your eyes look really fun, dramatic, and fun. That's the word I'm looking for, fun. So for this next technique, I'm gonna use Simply Eyeshadow, the same palette by Mario. And I'm gonna focus again on the black and then the brown to kind of soften the black. But this technique I really like to do when I want something to the eyes, but I don't want it to look super intense and I don't wanna use an eyeliner or a gel or a liquid or whatever. I just want to stick strictly to eyeshadows. And I do use a little pencil like this. This is the same one, Bobbi Brown. This is her ultra fine eyeliner brush. So I'm gonna take first a little bit of the black and we're gonna create that shape. Again, just looking straight and starting right in between, right here. I'm creating that line, kind of following my lashes. And then I'm gonna take the brown and I'm gonna bring it to the lower lash line, just like so. And making sure they're connected together. And I'm gonna work in stages or layers to make sure I build up that intensity that I want. So now I'm gonna mix the two shades, the black and the brown, and start working on the top lash line. Just creating that thickness. You don't have to extend the wing as much as I did. That's the beauty of this look right here. And then I'm gonna take a tiny little precision brush, and I'm gonna take a lighter shade and just really soften and diffuse the eyeliner. And I do like to do a little bit of lower lash line. Let me quickly show you that as well. And I'll literally just focus it right here. This is such a beautiful look. It's super easy, super simple, but it's also dramatic enough, and it just really enhances your natural eye shape. Whatever shape you have going on, this right here, I feel like it looks good on pretty much every single eye shape there is. So this last technique is using some type of eyeliner that is nice and bright. This right here is the pencil that I really want to use today by Mario. This is his Master Mattes Brightening Pencil in Light 1. This is going to help brighten, waken up your entire eyes. You can also bring it into the inner corner as well. So I'm gonna do the same thing as I did on my right eye to my left eye, and then show you with the light eyeliner to show you what difference it really does. So now let's take this eyeliner and place it right into the lower lash line. And again, do the same thing. Just short, even strokes, and just really building up that intensity. It's the exact same technique on both sides. It's just we have the lighter eyeliner on the lash line. Not even lash line, on the waterline. And that completes the video with 10 different eyeliner techniques. Thank you for watching, spending time with me, and I'll see you next one very soon. Bye.